time for the bell. How many options will you sell? Fire up your platform, get ready to enter. But first, let's get the mindset centered. Hey, let's go. We're not here to gamble, we're here to trade. We follow the plan, that's how we get paid. Testing, trading, have success. Find what works for you and forget the rest. Stats and probabilities is what we're about. Time to dismiss greed and doubt. Focus on the process, not the money. And the profits will flow like honey. Power Hour Live, let's start the show. Come on, trade hackers, get ready to go. 0-day options, time to make bank. Get locked and loaded, then be ready to blank. Hey!
Hey everyone, welcome to Power Hour Live. Today is September 23rd, Tuesday, September 23rd. S&P is down 45, NASDAQ down 190, Russell down 4, Dow down 121, NASDAQ the weakest of the four. Gold is up 0.25%, silver's down about the same. Notes and bonds are both slightly green, 10-year yield down 0.5%. Oil's up over 2, natural gas is up over 2, all the grains finished green. The euro and the pound are pretty unchanged. Bitcoin down about 0.25%, just under 112,000. And the VIX is up 5.5%, pushed above 17, currently at 16.96. As far as my trades go, the only delta neutral I did today was BIX. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tranches. I still have one tranche. My 1 p.m. is unstopped. The others are one-sided. Up about a little over 1,000 on those. So still a chance for one pin and some green. I did something really stupid today. I basically kind of averaged down on some verticals as we were going down. Took the first one at the expected move on the downside, and that one I even mentioned in the day trading chat I was going to cut it, and I ended up letting it go. And not only did I let it go, but I also added a couple more. Now one of them's up, but those two are down, so I'm down about 1,700 on those. So if we get a bounce, I could get bailed out, but just overall not the way to do it. Day trading down 505, had a small winner in coin, small winner in circle, and then a loser in hood. And I think, I've talked about it a couple times. I did a 7-8 calendar, which I've done, which I've been kind of testing on Tuesdays, trying to decide if I want it in my plan. I put it on and it hit a 10% profit target, which is what I had set in about 40 minutes, and closed that out. So that was a $490 winner. I may be adding that to my trade plan. I haven't decided yet. Other than that, I think that's it. Pretty light day for me. Chad, how's your day?
Yeah, pretty light because of the morning was pretty choppy. Couple day trades, just small losers, and then just seemed like everything was just waiting for this Powell speech midday. So didn't put anything on until after that. I did put on a short put vertical when price got down to yesterday's low. Caught that nice up move, closed it out at 50%. So that was a nice winner. Then I let my Woogas fire in one account, so I got both of those on. One is up 31%, one is up 10%. A pin Wooga would be 66.55. So this current bounce is helping. And then in my other account, I've got a couple multi-iron Condors. Pin for that would be between 55 and 60. They are currently up quite a bit right now with this bounce. The downside break even is 66.46. So they were getting a little tested for a while, but if it can stay up, I'm just going to kind of play these by ear in terms of holding them. So far, it's held above yesterday's low pretty good, so hoping it just holds. Otherwise, if it looks like might go against me here, I may just take some profits on them, but we'll see.
So Watson and Abash, you did the same thing I did, huh? You know, it's one of those things where it's like the dip has continued to get bought up so quickly every single time it dips, and then of course eventually you get caught, and that's how it works, right? That's why you don't martingale. Not that I did that. I mean, I did 3 tranches, but yeah, just not what I like to do. Haven't done that in a long time. As far as other stocks go, biggest up movers, RGTI is up 13%, another all-time high. Watson, what does RGTI do? Remind me. QBTS, I think, is another quantum computing company. It's up 28. Halliburton is up 7%. I kind of marked this on my daily chart a while back, and it definitely broke out. I didn't take anything in it, but big breakout in Halliburton. Sounds like the U.S. is stockpiling some defense stuff. IONQ's up 4%. Sound's up 4%. That's I keep calling it rigatoni. That's exactly what I thought, Watson. All right, good. We're on the same page. TSM is up 4%, new all-time high. Boeing is up 2.5%. There is a Trump Truth put out, I think it was last night, about somebody buying a bunch of Boeings. PLTR is up 2%. Okay, those are all quantum computing. Gotcha. I wasn't sure if there was some nuclear mixed in there. Open Door is down 13.5%. It's come down pretty hard off of its all-time high from last week. Baidu, which has also been on fire, big down day today. Reddit down 7.5%. Affirm down 6%. Nvidia down 3%. Amazon down 3%. Circle down 4%. As far as sectors go, energy is up, real estate's up, utilities up, consumer staples, healthcare, metals, and then everything else is red. Mostly tech, financials, chips, all red.
Yeah, Kelvin, I put them on about the same time Wooga's fired in my other account rather than do Wooga's in both accounts. So when I said I wasn't putting any on, that was prior to that. So take a look at price action, about 125. About the time I put them on.
5 Central, so we had a little bit of a bounce off of yesterday's lows right in there.
Yeah, that's in my first Wooga fired at 120. So instead of run Woogas in both accounts, I do that quite often.
As far as my day trades go, Hood, we had bounced up here and we're kind of consolidating below yesterday's high, and I got long somewhere in this consolidation, and I was just a tick or two away from hitting a profit target before the fallout happened. So that was my one loser. My other ones were just small winners. Circle was a reversal as it came and flushed down through yesterday's lows, caught a little bit of a bounce, and then it kind of bled, and I got out of the rest as it came back down. So small winner there. And then what was the other one? Oh, coin, kind of the same thing. Coin was a mighty 90 right here on this volume spike. Caught a little bit of a bounce here and then gave some back when it didn't have any continuation on my runner. So those are my day trades for today. We do have MU earnings today after the bell. MU had been pumping all-time highs, making its way back up. I think I'm gonna fade. I'm gonna fade the trend here. I think I'm gonna go bearish fly. MU's got a 16-point expected move, so that would put it down at about 150. A little something like this. Try to get filled at 305. No fill at 305. Oh, yep, there he goes. Anybody going to fade me and go bullish on MU? Everybody's going short with me, huh?
I'll sit this one out.
Here is the here's the bullish one. I'm not doing this, but if anyone's interested. No, we've had some good price action for Mahomes. I would do it. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, by the way, DDBs did not qualify with the VIX spike. VIX is up almost 6% from the open. My filter is if VIX is up over 2% from the open, then my DDBs don't fire. Which looks like, based on the consolidative nature of the price action, they'd probably be looking pretty good right now. So, Sonia, to answer your question, yeah, I'm gonna do Mahomes. The 50 butterfly. It's trading for about $1.20 right now. I mean, if the price action is massive, then, you may not get filled until a little bit later, depending on the IV environment. But I prefer to do Mahomes when we've had a day with price movement. It's the days that haven't had any that make me kind of pause or not do it. The bullish one I just put up there for people to, if anybody wanted to model that one. I'm doing the bearish one. I need a big bounce out of Mr. SPX to bail me out of my stupid verticals. Gosh.
So you went long?
Yeah, I took one here at the expected move, so right at about 12:20, and it moved against me right away, and I literally was about to cut it, and then I was like, no, I like this kind of level where it peaked, the high of Thursday. And so instead of cutting it, I decided to add one there, and then I added another one at yesterday's lows.
Okay, yesterday's lows is the only one I did.
So instead of being a diligent risk manager, I did the opposite and added more risk.
Yeah, if you would have waited until they got down to yesterday's low, you'd have been fine.
Yeah, that's the one I've got on. That's up 61% currently. The other two need a bounce. Just not getting any kind of squeeze on this flush.
I would like it between 55 and 60.
You need 70 at least. I mean, that would be nice for mine as well, but I don't think it's going to get there. Where'd you do your first one, Watson? Did you do it at the expected move also? VIX back above 17. Oh, Bosh, he started early, huh? Yeah, you are in some pain. Watson 122, is that real time or is that Eastern? So that'd be 1222 real time. Okay, so after it kind of flushed below the expected move. Yeah, so you just need like a 10-point bounce. Got about 22 minutes till MOC. Tomorrow's Wednesday. The only thing is new home sales 30 minutes after the market opens. And that's typically not much of a market mover. Thursday, final GDP and unemployment claims and durable goods, pre-market. And existing home sales and a bunch of Fed speakers Thursday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Making the rounds. And then Friday is core PCE pre-market. Yeah, they always do for the next couple weeks after FOMC is kind of their. That's when they like to really hit the streets. My 1 p.m. BIC is on the 40s and 70s. So that's got a pretty good chance of pinning. We did have a lot of Trump talk today. I watched part of his presentation to the United Nations Assembly, and then he was, I think he was being interviewed a couple other times as well. So. Oh, yeah, that was funny. He basically proposed to remodel the United Nations building in New York, and he was going to do it for a lot less. He said he was going to do it for $500 million. They ended up spending like over $2 billion. and they didn't even get the marble floors, and their elevators broke, and the teleprompter is broke. Yeah, so he's basically like the UN. Sucks. And getting a little bounce in SPX. Need to break out of this little consolidation area to the upside. Not sure we're going to get that today, though. Tony, you did something stupid too? What'd you do? Did you join the averaging in on verticals like me and Abosh and Watson? Man, this market just must have just had that look for all of us. Yeah, I don't mind taking them where I did. My main thing is I should have cut. Usually what I'll do is, I'm using that expected move, for example. I'll use that level to manage risk around on that candle, or at worst case scenario on that second candle that pushed below it. That's usually where I would cut. And then I would still potentially add another one down here, but yeah, I don't know what I was doing. Just didn't do what I wanted. Yeah, I guess, that's the other thing, is usually I like to do it on a big ugly candle, and that was my first one that was not big and ugly. It was the one after I got in that was. So yeah, I guess that would be a second thing I didn't do like I normally would. So here's what my combined verticals look like. We can get above, call it 63 or 64. It's about 8 points higher. That would bail me out. Bail me out of my stupidity. Maybe we'll get a big MOC buy number. Got about 5 minutes till MOC.
Definitely opportunities to buy the dip. Amazon had a Johnny Cash long.
Amazon, yeah, man, that thing's been weak. It's finally bouncing. Meta's been
Yeah,
weak.
I bought added to my current calls that I have on down at lows of day for Amazon. Already getting some profits in on those.
None of big tech is green. Nvidia, of course, the weakest. Actually, Amazon's the weakest. Amazon is going to fulfill orders from the Walmart marketplace? Wow. Just jumping in bed with their competitor, huh?
Both my Woogas are at about 40%. 55 is the pin.
S&P's little push is now getting paused.
Yep, there's 50%. One is off. I need a little bounce to get the other one to hit 50.
Two minutes till MOC. MU going into earnings. Just kind of mid-range on the day. PLTR, big bounce off of its lows.
Less than a minute to go now to get the mark on and close imbalance data.
$55 butterfly is currently trading for only $1.35.
Seconds. Market on close imbalance. S&P 500 buy side 387 million, Nasdaq 100 sell side 240 million, Dow 30 buy side 133 million, and Mag 7 sell side 92 million.
Tiny buy side on the S&P, tiny sell side on the Mag 7.
Wooga closed at 42%, so one hit 50, one hit closed at 42. Definitely
VIX
take that.
dipping back below 17. Those butterflies are staying cheap still. $1.50 maybe. S&P little bounce. Let's go. Let's get going. Let's get back up to that expected move area, 66.70. That'd be nice. Be real nice. The 60 butterfly. Looks like it's trading for 150, 160. Yeah, those flies are staying a little cheap. There's a nice bounce. Up to 61. I'm going to try to get filled on a 60 fly. Looks like it's trading for about $1.80 or so. Dipping down to 58. Trading around $1.90, getting close to $2. 4 minutes to go. Filled at $2.
Are you on the 60s?
On the 60s. Yeah, VIX is coming down pretty hard. Three minutes. Filled for 250. Nice. to 57. In the 56s. Two minutes, hanging around 57. 57 is my break even. I need 55 for max. Getting into the 55s. Got a minute. I closed out my middle vertical, so I'll pin my first one for max profit, take full loss on my other one, so those are kind of a wash, so I'll lose about $1,100 on those. Down to 55. So I'm rooting for Mahomes below 55. Touched 55. Chad, you get locked?
I'm not on Mahomes because I left my multi-iron condors on.
Gotcha.
Between 55 and 60 is a 100% pin winner.
A little above 57.
Order cancelled.
Oh, man.
Order cancelled.
$7,900 winner.
And a little marked down just below 57, so it's a scratch winner on Mahomes. Would you end up getting on the multi-iron iron condors?
$7,900 winner.
Beautiful.
I mean, it pinned perfect.
So Mahomes a scratch. My Bix were winners. Got one pin on my Bix, plus 1,600 or so. Let's see. My verticals were loser. My day trade small loser. So kind of a meh day for me. All right, all. That's a wrap. Tomorrow is Wednesday. It'll be me streaming live in the morning for day trading. Back for Power Hour. Everybody have a good day. Cheers.